tried V8s, they flirted with V10s, they even chased turbocharged 4s. But through every era, every rule change, every crisis, BMW always came back to one thing: the Inline-Six. Smooth, balanced, mechanical perfection. While other manufacturers treated engines like trends, BMW treated the Inline-Six like a religion. And today, in a world of electrification, downsizing, and digital silence, BMW's Inline-Six engines are not just surviving, they're dominating. From the legendary M engines of the past to the modern B58 and S58 power plants that embarrass supercars. This is the story of why BMW Inline-Six engines are better than everyone else, and why no other manufacturer has ever truly caught up. To understand BMW's dominance, you have to start with physics. An Inline-Six engine is naturally balanced. No extra shafts, no counterweights, no vibration-canceling tricks. Each piston moves in harmony with its opposite, creating perfect mechanical symmetry. That's why Inline-Six engines are smoother than V8s, more refined than V6s, more durable than high-strung 4s. Most manufacturers abandoned Inline-Six engines because they're long, expensive, and hard to package. BMW did the opposite. They redesigned their cars around the engine because BMW didn't just want horsepower, they wanted feel. And feel begins with balance. While others chased trends, BMW doubled down. In the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, when V6 engines flooded the market, BMW refused. Why? Because V6 engines compromise balance. They're shorter, cheaper, easier to mass produce, but they lack the mechanical harmony BMW demanded. So instead, BMW perfected the Inline-Six. Engines like the M20, the M30, and later the M50 and M54 became legendary, not because they were the most powerful, but because they were bulletproof, smooth, and endlessly tunable. These engines didn't just move cars, they defined what a BMW felt like. That long hood, that perfect weight distribution, that smooth pull all the way to redline. BMW didn't build cars with Inline-Six engines. They built Inline-Six engines with cars wrapped around them. Then came BMW M, and everything changed. The Inline-Six wasn't just refined anymore. It became ferocious. Engines like the S50, S54, and later the S55 proved something radical. You didn't need 8 or 10 cylinders to dominate. You needed engineering obsession. The S54, widely regarded as one of the greatest naturally aspirated engines ever built, revved past 8,000 revolutions per minute. Individual throttle bodies, racing-derived internals, instant response. It wasn't just fast, it was alive, and more importantly, it was reliable. While rival performance engines blew head gaskets, stretched timing chains, and cracked blocks, BMW's Inline-Six engines kept going, lap after lap, year after year. Because they weren't chasing peak numbers, they were chasing balance. Then came the turbocharged era, downsizing, emissions, efficiency mandates. For many brands, this is where soul died, but BMW adapted without sacrificing identity. The B58 engine changed everything. A 3-liter turbocharged Inline-Six that was stronger than expected, smoother than rivals, shockingly reliable closed-deck block, forged crankshaft, integrated exhaust manifold, advanced cooling circuits. Toyota trusted it enough to put it in the modern Supra. That alone speaks volumes. But BMW didn't stop there, because BMW doesn't build engines to just work. They build engines to win. Enter the S58, BMW's modern masterpiece. Built not as an upgrade, but as a weapon. Based on the B58 architecture, the S58 was completely re-engineered. Reinforced closed-deck block, forged internals throughout, twin mono-scroll turbochargers, advanced oil scavenging, motorsport-grade cooling. This engine wasn't designed for comfort, it was designed for abuse. In the G80M3 and G82M4, the S58 produces over 500 horsepower, reliably. Track sessions, heat soak, high boost, no drama. And tuners, they adore it. With minimal modifications, the S58 safely handles 600, 700, even 800 horsepower. Because BMW overbuilt it, again. So, why hasn't anyone else caught up? Simple. Most manufacturers don't commit. They build engines for platforms. BMW builds platforms for engines. Mercedes abandoned inline-six engines for decades, only to return recently after realizing what they lost. Audi never committed fully, leaning toward V6 layouts instead. Japanese manufacturers moved toward Turbo 4s for cost and packaging. BMW stayed. They refined. They evolved. They obsessed. That long engine bay, that rear-wheel drive balance, that signature driving feel, all of it exists because BMW never gave up on the Inline-Six. Here's the part no one likes to admit. BMW Inline-Six engines are reliable because they're over-engineered. Yes, maintenance matters. Yes, oil changes matter. But structurally, these engines are tanks. Strong blocks designed to handle far more cylinder pressure than they'll ever see in stock form. Thick cylinder walls that resist heat distortion. Oiling systems built to keep bearings alive under sustained load, not just short bursts. Cooling strategies that assume the engine will be pushed repeatedly, not babied. That's why high-mileage BMW Inline-Six engines aren't rare stories. They're normal. 200,000 miles, 300,000 miles. Still smooth, still balanced, still pulling cleanly. That's why tuners trust them. Why track drivers lean on them. Why endurance racing programs return to straight six architecture again and again. BMW didn't design engines to survive warranty periods. They designed engines to survive abuse. And then there's something no spec sheet can explain: the sound. An inline-six doesn't bark like a V8 or scream like a V10. It doesn't need to. It speaks differently: smooth, linear, mechanical. Each combustion event flows into the next with perfect spacing, creating a rhythm that feels intentional, almost alive. No artificial enhancement needed, no fake exhaust theatrics, just pistons, valves, and air working in harmony. It's the sound of balance, the sound of engineering done right. The sound BMW has refused to abandon, even when the industry chased louder, flashier shortcuts. And that philosophy still matters today. Even as electrification looms, BMW's Inline-Six remains central to the brand's identity. Hybridized where necessary, refined where possible, but never diluted. Because BMW understands something many manufacturers forgot. Technology should sharpen the experience, not erase it. When enthusiasts talk about engines with real soul, real durability, and real performance, BMW's Inline-Six always enters the conversation. Not out of nostalgia, not out of loyalty, but because it keeps proving itself on the street, on the track, and at mileage counts that embarrass lesser designs. Anyone can chase horsepower. Anyone can inflate numbers, but only a few chase harmony. BMW chose balance over shortcuts, engineering over trends, feel over flash. And that's why, decade after decade, BMW Inline-Six engines remain the benchmark. They're not just better than everyone else. They're the reason everyone else is still trying to catch up. So, what do you think? Is BMW's Inline-Six the greatest engine layout ever perfected, or has someone else finally closed the gap? Let me know in the comments. And if you love stories of engineering obsession, mechanical perfection, and engines with soul, subscribe to Past Pistons. Because here, we don't just talk about engines, we keep them alive, one perfect rev at a time.